Mylifewithparkinsons. Welcome to Make It Monday. We're going to make today steak and sour cream fettuccine. I'm changing it up just a little because I don't have fettuccine noodles. I have spaghetti noodles. You know, I always say just adapt and do whatever you have to do in order to make the meal. So I've got a couple of small thin steaks that have been sliced up. And let's see, how can I better show you this? Let's see if I bring it this way. Yes, bring it that way. Okay, so I'm going to just fry these up a little bit, and as they're going, we'll add the mushrooms and onions. So let's get them in the pan. And now I have a lot of mushrooms because I tend to stretch my meat with the vegetables. And that's just what we've always done. We've mushrooms, onions, celery, you know, anything that will help stretch it. And so I'm going to put those in there and just get them all frying together. And then I'll run down what we're doing. I have pre-cooked my spaghetti noodles. They are still, they're limp, but they're not overdone. They're still got a little bit of bite to them because I will add them to the sauce. It says that we need a small carton of sour cream. I didn't have a small one, I have a big one, but it's only half full. So that's the same as the small carton. I have 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. One of them has no salt added and one of them is just regular, I think. Yeah, one's just regular. And then I have a cup and a half of chicken bouillon. I used a little bit of that better than bouillon and did it. Now this is just, we'll judge how much we need if we need it. Like, depends how much water your mushrooms give off and whatnot. So what we're going to do, we're going to fry this up. Then we're going to, what are we going to do? We're going to fry this up, then we're going to add the soup and the sour cream. Now, when we add we're going to not add the sour cream straight away because when we add the sour cream, we don't want to cook it very hard or it will split. So we're going to add the soup, judge how much chicken broth we need, if any, add the noodles, and then we're going to cook it for just a little bit, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. Then we're going to add the sour cream, and it's ready to serve. It's very simple. It's easily done on a weeknight. Come home and, you know, as long as you got your meat and stuff. I pre-chop a lot of my vegetables. Now, this was 2 nice sized cartons of mushrooms, and I didn't need all 2 of them. I mean, the recipe only calls for 1, but I decided that I was going to put a few extra in, and what I did with the rest that were left, I just cut them up very small, and I've thrown them into the freezer. And every time I've got leftover veg, I just throw it in the freezer, and when I've got a bag full of it, then I can use it for soup, or I can make a spaghetti sauce or stock, or, you know, you can do anything with it. So just keep it handy, and then you can just keep adding to it. And that way you don't ever waste your vegetables and whatnot, because there's nothing worse than paying for something, especially in the prices that we have now. We have all these high, oh, geez, you scared me. Oh, jeez, did you hear it come out? You know, we pay all this high prices for everything, and then if we don't use the vegetables up, it's a waste. So I think just keep them in the freezer, add to it as you have it, and don't ever let it go. I was thinking, actually, when I put the mushrooms in the freezer there, I mean, it does change the consistency. That's why it would go into a sauce. But I was thinking, I've got half a head of celery in there that I don't think I've got anything on the menu plan for. So I will, again, go and get that all. And okay, I'm going to add the soup to this so that we can see how much water we need. Now you'll see the difference. This is the Great Value soup. It just pours out ever so nice. And then the one that's the Campbell's is so thick, it's just, it'll put out a great big lump. So see, if you, depending on what kind of soup you have, it's going to depend on how much liquid you need to add. So all right, so let's get this mixed in and then we'll check out the liquid. Once I get this all mixed together, then I'm going to turn it down a little bit and just let it simmer for a couple minutes. And I said we'd do it for 3 to 5 minutes, but I'm going to cook it a lot longer than that now because I decided to add that soup in ahead of time so that I could judge it. So it's going to have to cook probably 8 minutes. So, ow, ooh, that hurt. Ooh, hurt myself. Okay, let me add this in. Add about half of it and check it out. All right. Now it's going to take the full amount. So that was 1.5 cups of the chicken broth. Okay.
How come the thing's flashing?
That's just counting it down.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not flashing for any bad reason.
I'm going down for coffee.
Oh yeah, okay. Enjoy yourself. Okay, so now I've got this in there. I'm going to cook it about 5 minutes. Then I'm going to add the noodles and cook it for another 3 minutes. Just so that the noodles can sort of sop up the flavor of that liquid. So let's put this on here. And turn my burner down a little bit. Now I'll put you on pause and I will come back in 5 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Now, I just turned this off because I wanted to show you the consistency before I put the sour cream in, okay? So, it's now coating all of the noodles, but I haven't overcooked the noodles, okay? Now I want to add the sour cream in, but you don't want to do it necessarily on the heat because like I said, it will split if you do that. You could temper it and it wouldn't split, but it's just easiest to add it at the end and not worry about it. All right, now we'll get this mixed in. But how easy was that, eh? I mean, it's super simple. And you can just serve it right out of here. Because we're not eating right this second, my husband's going down for coffee right now. I'm going to just put this pan aside and I'll just turn it on just before we eat. No, actually what I'll do is no, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to scoop it into our bowls and then put the leftovers in the refrigerator for another day. That's what I'm going to do. All right, so the recipe will be in the description box. Oh, I don't have my glasses on. Oh well. So I will put the recipe in the description box. Please try it. It's super simple. It's easy to do on a weeknight. And I will see you all tomorrow.